Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to walk you guys through this little app I made. It's called the Delivery Bee. It's basically a Postmates clone. It's made with the MERN stack, uses Redux as a state manager. There's two front ends as well as one back end. There's a front end for each for the customer generating the orders, as well as for what I call the helper, which is the worker fulfilling the orders. And then there's the back end where all the routes are, all the models and all the routes for those particular models are used to create them and update them, etc. And so, yeah, I got all the information over here. And yeah, so the authentication strategy for these apps are made with JavaScript Web Tokens and Passport. And yeah, we're just gonna log in as Felicia. I'm gonna walk you guys through what it's like from the customer end. So as soon as you log in, you're taken to this main dashboard for the in-progress orders. This customer has a lot of these orders. A lot of them were just for experimenting and all that, but you'll see that the status of the order is color-coded. Orders completed are in green. In progress is gray. When a particular helper is on it, it shows it in blue. And so I'm gonna walk you guys through what it's like to generate a new order. Oh yeah, all this information, this whole app, I use Google Fonts. I use Roboto as the font. It gives it a really clean look, and I really like how it looks. I formatted these timestamps with Moment.js as well. So we're going to click on New Order. We're going to act like this customer wants to get some food from Burma Superstar, San Francisco. Let's see. Burma Superstar. Is that what it's called? There we go. I was entering in the name wrong. So, yeah, it shows this little information. You can verify if it's complete. Confirm pickup location. We're just going to act like this customer has an office over on Market Street. So we're just going to say 900 Market Street, San Francisco. And you'll see that the information pops up. You can leave instructions to say so yeah, you can add some little instructions for the helper that picks it up. And yeah, in front of you, you'll see that there's the Mapbox Map API. It shows the pins color-coded for the pickup location and drop-off location. You will also see that you'll also see all the details. You can confirm the location pickup and drop-off details. Shows the mileage and the price, as well as your instructions. So yeah, this map, it is, I use this little zoom helper function so that depending upon the distance, it zooms further in or further out just to keep the pins in perspective. But yeah, so we're just gonna confirm the delivery, confirm all the details are correct. I'm just gonna use some dummy data for this. Classic Jane Doe. There's also, this is all connected with the Stripe API as well. And yeah, this is like a sample card number that you can use just for experimenting. And so yeah, once you actually click on this button, you're going to generate both a MongoDB record for our use in the app, as well as a payment record in the Stripe API. So if I refresh this, then there should be a new payment record generated. And yeah, we have a new record generated by this customer at this email for this particular amount. And so, yeah, the order was generated. It shows up at the top of our in progress tab. And so, yeah, you might have missed it. There was like a little toast notification. But yeah, now if we go log in from the customer end or from the helper's end, we can click on the available tab and we'll see that order for Burma Superstar is showing up at the top of our list. So the helper can also look through the available tasks or available orders and see which ones he or she can fulfill. So once they click on it, they're taken to the same orders detail page, but now there is this tab information for the information, location, and chat. And they can see all the details that the customer generated. They can see the location information for the pickup and drop off with the color-coded pins, the distance. They could also click on this little drop-down menu to see the times it would take for walking that particular distance, cycling, or driving. I think with this particular method, yeah, I think I use React hooks with this. For some of the smaller components, some of the smaller helper components, I use React hooks. It really cleans up your code. It makes it so you don't have to destructure all of your objects and everything, and makes it really readable. So I really like using React hooks. But yeah, you could also click on the Google Maps and it pulls up the directions from your current location. It connects it to your current GPS location. And so they can look at it and say, hey, can I actually make this delivery? And if they feel that they can, then they could actually click on accept this order. A little final modal pops up, really making sure that this person can fulfill this order. And if they can, they click on accept. Get a little toast notification. This record is updated as somebody has accepted it. On the customer end, if they refresh their in progress tab, they should see that yes, indeed, Marvin is actually on this job. And so, yeah, if we go back to the helper's end, once they click on it, and now they have a button that says order is complete, they could actually chat with the client, say, hey, they could leave a little message. And then on the customer's end, if they log in and if they click on the chat, they could actually chat with the person fulfilling the order. And yeah, and so if the particular helper, at this point, the helper can pull up the map directions, actually ride his bike or drive his car or walk if it's in the right distance, and yeah, carry out the order. So in this order, they can walk over to the restaurant or drive over there, pick up the food, go to the office, give them a call. Once the order is in the customer's hands, once the order is in the customer's hands, they can click on the order completed button. Most likely it's going to take longer than this, but this is just for demonstration purposes. They can click on the order completed, get a little toast notification showing that the order was updated. On the customer's end, they will also see that their particular order is updated. Now you see these two other buttons to verify that the job is completed. This button is just to make sure that the order was fulfilled and the customer is happy. If there's any issues, they can reach out to customer service and take care of those issues with customer service. But if everything looks good, they could just click on that button and it'll file this job to be under the completed tab over here. You could also click this button to leave a review. Leave a little review. You're redirected to your completed jobs. And yeah, if you log back in on the helper's end, if they click on the particular order, they'll see that the review now pops up, and the chat should also be disabled. There's no little input box anymore to leave a message, and yeah, it shows up job is completed. The helper could also click on their own profile button, and it basically shows this little chart. I used the chart.js library to create this little donut chart. Really easy library to work with, and yeah, I created that little guy to show all the jobs they did that were done within an hour or were later than an hour. I could tie that into some other feature for the company to be able to look at all the helpers and see which ones are doing a good job or which ones are not. And then it also shows all the particular reviews associated with the particular helper. And so yeah, that's this little app I made. It's yeah, it was fun making. I thought about other ideas to add on to it, maybe creating another front end for the company to log in and see all the different jobs that are in progress, and connecting that to customer service, so that, you know, if there's any helpers that picked up orders but they couldn't fulfill them, then being able to have some database to connect to other helpers that might be able to quickly get those taken care of, to make sure there's not any unsatisfied customers. And yeah, a bunch of other little ideas that popped up. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for seeing this little app I made, and have a great day.